days after a shaky boat ride on the Vista Star sent one person to the hospital, company leaders are now responding. In a video posted to social media, fleet owner Justin Steinbach offered his side of what happened on Saturday. He says the waves were a little rocky, but the crew reported swells of only 2 feet. The captain made the decision to turn back when the waves became stronger and passengers got uncomfortable. That's when Steinbach says the captain became disoriented and hit the brake wall. The crew went into safety protocol and contacted the Coast Guard. He says Vista Fleet boats do not go out in waves of more than 5 feet, but St. Louis County's official report says the waves were 5 feet high when they arrived. Steinbach maintains throughout the video that safety is a priority and likened this weekend's incident to airplane turbulence.
Airlines, there's times that you have turbulence, that it's not a perfect flight. Unfortunately for us, this was one of those unfortunate circumstances, but I'm very proud of the way that our training kicked in and our crew moved through it.
Steinbach says they apologized to the wedding party. The Coast Guard inspected the Vista Star and found only minor scratches and says it was never compromised. The ship was back out giving tours today.
4 days after the global computer